everyone, I'm Rebecca McLaughlin-Duane, and this week we're coming to you from the 38th edition of GITEX Technology Week, one of the biggest tech events in the region. On the ground this year are industry titans from Google to Amazon to Alibaba. They're giving advice to startups and debating the hot topics of the day like artificial intelligence.
If we invest more, that means we will have a brighter future.
We also head to London, where the UK-Lebanon Tech Hub is helping Beirut startups become scalable, competitive businesses. But first, Salim Essaid has the latest from GITEX, a place where robotics, future urbanism, and the ever-evolving Internet of Things are being discussed.
Everything technology is the talk of the town here at the 38th edition of GITEX Technology Week in Dubai, with more than 4,000 exhibitors from over 100 countries, all gathered to showcase the latest in the industry.
In the Middle East and North Africa, companies are expected to spend $155 billion on information technology by the end of 2018, which is a 3.4% year-on-year increase according to Gartner. The research firm also predicts that the global business value from artificial intelligence, or AI, will increase by 70% to $1.2 trillion this year compared to last. Some experts say this could be due to AI not only being new, but it also being relatively inexpensive to integrate into their current business practices. AI is a main theme of GITEX this year, and on display are automated androids that can interpret emotion and more. Robotic World is a Dubai-based consultancy and distributor providing UAE firms with AI robotic solutions to problems, such as making on-time deliveries to hotels and scanning passports and credit cards securely without human interaction. This PromoBot V.4 isn't all business. It can dance to Emirati music and even outdo a selfie stick by taking and printing your picture. Drawing an equally big crowd this year, the Supernova Challenge, 4 sponsored competitions staged by GITEX, looking for original ideas to advance the tech sector in the Middle East and find digital solutions to everyday issues from booking healthcare appointments to securing new employment. With a total prize of $180,000 up for grabs, an incentive for young thinkers to create the tech of tomorrow.
Future trends in technology, namely the applications and innovative solutions that can make our daily lives easier, has been much debated this year at GITEX. Offering up their expertise and forecasting consumer spending in the digital space have been industry titans who've flown in from as far away as Silicon Valley.
In terms of news, it came thick and fast at this year's GITEX. And speaking to a packed auditorium, eminent MIT and Oxford professor Tim Berners-Lee, inventor of the World Wide Web, announced a new platform called Solid, which he was keen to develop to give people complete control of their data and how it's used. On the hot topic of AI investment, the CDO of networking and jobs portal LinkedIn spoke of the blind spots that companies integrating the technology into their businesses must be aware of.
On the other side of your AI is a person. It's a human being. But you have to be careful that you don't put some biases in places, that you build up the systems with a certain level of fairness and with a level of transparency.
With more than 3 million LinkedIn members in the UAE, Perisic added that the Emirates labour market was one of the most dynamic in the region, and the prospects for job growth next year looked positive. He also said that key findings from the Future of Jobs report, done in conjunction with the World Economic Forum, implied that employees in Middle East and North African countries needn't fear the rise of AI or robots stealing their jobs in the coming decades.
Is that it's actually going to be a net positive. There'll be more jobs on the market compared to the jobs that people lose. In the way that people look at reskilling the labor workforce for different companies, some are investing within their companies to get the new skills for the future.
Making up something of a power panel on stage, LinkedIn joined forces with executives from Microsoft and the Chinese e-commerce retail and technology conglomerate Alibaba to discuss how AI had the potential to transform decision-making in major sectors in the years ahead. Alibaba's chief machine intelligence scientist, Wan Li-min, also explored how emerging technologies like autonomous vehicles and building smart cities could meet the demands of swelling populations. One of his AI-driven visions for future urbanism is Alibaba's City Brain project, a cloud geared towards streaming traffic, detecting accidents and improving transport efficiency. Alibaba has an estimated market value of more than $400 billion, and Min was attending GITEX ahead of the company reporting its quarterly results. He sat down with Inspire to talk about the numbers and discuss how best to encourage new tech entrepreneurs around the world. He began by speaking about Alibaba's City Brain technology, which, following its rollout in Asia, could find its way to the Middle East.
A very warm welcome to Euronews.
Okay, thank you so much for having me.
Tell me, what's the key takeaway when it comes to Alibaba's cloud city?
It's more than just cloud. Say, for instance, like the City Brain, so we managed to reduce the traffic jam at Hangzhou, Suzhou, Shanghai, Guangzhou, Chongqing, including Macau and Kuala Lumpur, which reduce of the travel time in the commuters, okay, and reduce the congestion index for the citywide.
This has particular importance when it comes to ambulances, the emergency services.
Yes.
Tell me how.
Yeah, so because for the ambulance is a time-critical mission, okay, especially in China, big cities, very often ambulance get stuck in the traffic jam.
If I understand, this means you're changing the traffic lights to green.
Yes, the key point is you have to do this calculation and synchronize the result with the control system within a second.
How realistic is it for you to copy and paste and bring this model here to the Middle East?
So I will reasonably optimistic say maybe 3 months.
And how much would it cost the government in terms of expenditure? What would they need to put aside to have this kind of smart technology?
First of all, it's much cheaper than your hardware investment, like the physical infrastructure of the sensors, okay? Because it's a pure software solution based on the data you already have. So by that, you will calculate, okay, how much calculation power you need.
Now, Alibaba's Jack Ma, he's keen to open up an institute for tech entrepreneurs in Indonesia. Is that something that we might find coming to the Middle East?
We have another platform, it's called Tianqi. Tianqi platform is essentially trying to empower the young generation with this platform with the data, big data capability. So I believe that's the platform we want to introduce right now, right away, because it's already mature enough with the overseas market and also it's proven effective.
Alibaba will report quarterly numbers in the coming weeks. Some analysts are saying that investment spending could negatively impact the results. Are they right?
Any investment is for an investment to the future. So if you are really focused about short-term impact, probably you wouldn't care too much about future. But I believe every investor will looking beyond the current short-term game, rather than focus on the future. So I will say that if we invest more, that means we will have a brighter future.
It's been a pleasure. Thank you for your time today.
Okay, thank you. Goodbye.
The UK-Lebanon Tech Hub is an international program geared towards promoting the growth of Lebanon's knowledge economy. Damon Embling has more on the initiative, which to date has helped more than 80 Lebanese startups and raised more than $60 million in investment.
London is one of the world's top tech hubs at the heart of innovation and entrepreneurship. But the focus here is not just on developing grassroots British companies. The UK is also throwing its expertise behind businesses beyond its borders. The UK Lebanon Tech Hub helps Lebanese startups break into European and global markets, attracting investors and raising capital. More than 80 businesses have benefited so far, creating around 2,000 jobs in Lebanon.
What we basically offer the companies is a range of business services to enable them to grow within the country and outside Lebanon. And for us, honestly, the UK came as a natural choice and logical choice because of the unlimited opportunities that it offers to companies and due to its proximity to other global hubs.
So show me which vessel he's going to clip.
Surgeon Nadine Hashash Haram is getting hands-on with an operation in Beirut, but she's in London. Nadine's behind an augmented reality startup supported by the Tech Hub, which allows clinicians to virtually scrub into a medical environment anywhere in the world.
For example, a couple of months ago, we had a difficult abdominal wall reconstruction case between the American University of Beirut and there were some experts from here as well at St. Thomas's who were interacting through that case. Now, it's important to point out these were both leading surgeons on each side, but it was really a great way for them to share their expertise and share different approaches to managing such a difficult case.
Companies in the retail market are also getting a kick-start from Britain's partnership with Lebanon, like Slider, which has made London its home. It's an algorithm-based website designed to drive down prices of tech gadgets.
The idea came up in Lebanon when my partners were thinking how they could use the power of the crowd, and they had a fascination with the e-commerce. And then we realized that the e-commerce market in the UK is over $100 billion, with mobile penetration is 19%. So it was a very natural choice to come to the UK.
How things are going on your side?
Back at the Tech Hub, Hussein is hooking up with a Beirut-based startup, making its mark in the music market with gadgets that auto-tune guitars. Bassam, how daunting is it to try and break into markets beyond Lebanon?
So from one side, it's quite hard for a startup to go to a new market, but from the other side, there are a lot of new tools and new technologies and even new startup incubators or helpers that could help you do that more easily.
They may be thousands of kilometers apart, but London and Beirut are close when it comes to tech, helping the smart brains of a generation to bring the innovations of tomorrow to global markets right now.
Well, that's all we have time for. Don't forget you can catch all of our episodes online at euronews.com. And before I leave you, here are some top techie uploads to social media this week.
Ava from Slovenia, who has been to GITEX 5 years running, says it's not just about the IT, but more a vision of tomorrow. And Abdullah from the UAE took this photo with a 3D printed robot on the ground whose name is Wizzo.